Hi, I'm at the Chiltern School of Dance here in West Derby Village, meeting Daniel Taylor from Daniel Taylor Productions. Daniel, lovely to meet you again.
Yes, nice to see you, Mike.
You're doing a Shelagh Delaney show, A Taste of Honey.
Yeah, it's A Taste of Honey by Shelagh Delaney, which she wrote when she was 19 years of age. It was originally intended as a novel, turned into a play. It was sent to Joan Littlewood, that wrote that had the London workshop, and that's where it premiered down there at the Theatre Royal Stratford East.
Okay.
Became a huge success, and it was transferred to the Wyndham's Theatre in the West End, and it completely blew everyone away, played sold out audiences, and then became a film which kind of was the launch pad for people like Rita Tushingham, her career.
Fantastic.
Had Dora Bryan in it playing the role of Helen, Murray Melvin playing the role of Geoffrey, and it's an incredible piece considering when it was written, that it talks about race, homosexuality, and I think it was one of those things that when Shelagh Delaney was writing it, she wanted to kind of revitalise the British theatre.
It was written in the late 50s, wasn't
That's
it?
Right, yeah.
So you were talking about homosexuality, that would still have been illegal in those days.
Yeah, it wasn't legalised till 1967.
So in many ways, groundbreaking work.
Oh, incredible what she was talking about. Mixed race relationships. And to be doing this stuff in 1958. She also felt that where she was growing up in Salford, the issues that affected people in those highly densely sort of populated areas weren't really sort of being represented.
Okay, well, we'll come on to that in just a moment. Okay. Can I ask you to introduce the rest of your team here?
This is Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
Sophie Coward plays Joan.
Okay.
This is Sharon Byatt.
Sharon, and you know each other quite well.
You could say that, yes, we do, yes.
Yes, Sharon runs the production company.
Fantastic.
We run together. And this is James.
James, lovely to meet
Templeton, who's playing Geoffrey.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the characters and the roles that you're playing and the challenges that you're facing in trying to develop those characters?
Yeah. So I play Jo, who is 17, nearly 18 in the play. And obviously one of the biggest challenges is getting it back to being a more authentic sort of 1958 teenager, in an age where teenagers were a new phenomenon and having to stay in school and all that kind of thing. So you've got to get the historical context right. And the accent as well. So I'm modern day Manchester, which is very different from the more Lancashire based Salford.
So you're having to work on the accent?
A little bit. It's not too dissimilar from my own, so I'm quite lucky there.
That's good.
Unlike some of the other cast who have lovely Scouse accents.
What do you mean?
I don't know, what do I mean? But yeah, no, I think the biggest challenge for me is the quickness of thoughts that Jo has. She leaps from one thing to the other.
Okay.
And it's good enough with her.
And yourself, can we learn a little bit about your character?
I'm playing Geoffrey. So Geoffrey is Jo's friend. He's an art student. He's gay, and he kind of his friendship with Jo and her pregnancy. He kind of takes on this kind of surrogate father kind of figure and tries to. There's a lot of friendship there, but it's kind of but crossing boundaries and.
Obviously, we're talking about a period in time where homosexuality was illegal, difficult to believe these days, but is there a sort of underlying sinisterism to the character because it's illegal, and are you having to develop down those lines?
I think there's a darkness. There's a lot of stuff that's unsaid, reading between a lot of the lines. I think this kind of life with Jo is like a happy escape from the reality of his sexuality and the legality of it and social ostracism that he would face. so there is a lot of darkness.
Yeah.
There's a lot of darkness there.
I think meeting Joe as well actually sort of legitimises his sort of wanting to be alive, if you like.
Yeah.
Because I think before that, I don't think he probably would have contemplated suicide through.
There's a line in the play that actually
Yeah,
says
yeah.
that.
Okay, I'll come back to you in just a moment, Danny. I'm interested to learn about your character as well. I know that you, Danny, fortunately, is doing a matinee of Blood Brothers this afternoon, so we're pressed for time. But I'll be back to you in 2 seconds.
Chief Gay.
Can you just give me a little bit of an insight to
Yes, so
how you're
I'm
playing?
playing Helen, who is she's 40. She is a single mother of Joe. She is a part-time whore,
Nice.
as is referenced, and she's a heavy drinker.
So she's got
And
quite a lot going for her.
She's got a lot, but she does actually. Where we meet her in the play, she's met a guy who wants to marry her, and this then will take her away from Joe, which is what happens. It's a theme that runs through their life. She constantly leaves Joe on her own.
Right.
So she's not the best mother in the world.
The 1950s version of Charity Dingle, perhaps.
She's well. It's interesting because that's Coronation Street actually was born from Shelagh Delaney's writing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so she is a very much
Yeah.
a pivotal character of her time.
Yeah.
For characters
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Daniel, why this play?
Why? Well, I think A Taste of Honey, if you talk to anyone that, you you mentioned the word taste of honey, they all remember studying it at school, and I think it holds a really, really special place in, for so many people.
Yeah.
It's really interesting the response we've had from.
You open in literally a couple of weeks. What can your audiences expect from this? Are they going to go away? Is there a nice happy feeling, or is it dark? What are you trying to deliver?
Well, it's.
I can't see it being a happy feeling.
I think the first thing is it's a drama, so
Yeah.
it's that thing is that there's without conflict there's no drama kind of thing, but it's also that it is a comedy as well.
Yeah.
We have a live music score. We have a live band.
Really?
It's a live jazz trio which is underscoring the piece. I think that's really important as well. And it's one thing, as I'll give him a plug, but my boss Bill Kenwright is that I've noticed over the years that he's tried to maintain that live
Yes.
music feel to his shows, and I love that about him, and I think it's really important is that we can keep that buzz about the piece.
I think also there's a lot of references in the script to music, which is clearly incredibly important to the text.
Indeed.
And a lot of productions, they choose not to use the music, but if it's there, you've got to use it. There's a reason for it being there.
Yeah. We're in your rehearsal space at the moment. We'd love to be
The
able
lovely
to.
mushroom.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bit of set dressing.
he's a fun guy to be with. Here all week.
Just like
Do you know? So the magic mushroom.
Yeah.
What I'd love you to do is just talk us through your set, and if we could actually see a little bit of the rehearsal time, that would be fantastic.
What day was I born on?
I don't know.
Well, you should remember such an important event.
I've always done my best to forget that.
How old was I when your husband threw you out?
Change the subject. When I think of her father and my husband, it makes me wonder why I bothered. It really does.
Just imagine it. You're 40 years old. Well, I hope to be dead and buried before I reach that age. You've been alive for 40 years.
It must be a biological phenomena.
You don't look 40. You look sort of well-preserved, 60.
Daniel, when does the show open?
We open on the 9th of October, on the 8th Tuesday,
At the Epstein?
at the Epstein Theatre, Epstein. Which one are you?
No one knows.
I saw Bill Kenwright's Scylla, so Epstein.
Oh, is he gone with Epstein? John Lennon went with Epstein.
I know.
So yeah, controversial. So the Epstein Theatre on the 9th of October till the 13th of October. My sister's birthday. Can I put mine aside? So and yeah, we're really excited.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful theatre, and this is
Epstein is, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It is. It's one of the jewels in the in the Liverpool crown, I think. And this particular piece of writing, I think, you know, it's every day we come to rehearsals and we're finding new stuff. This writing is one of the jewels of the 50s and how it woke people up.
Yeah.
It is really beautiful stuff. So
fantastic.
It's all good all around. We've got a great, incredible cast.
Yeah. Is it likely to tour?
Watch this space.
Daniel, thank you very much indeed
Thanks
for
so much.
letting us in. Best of luck with the show, and I can't wait to see it in a couple of weeks' time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Jeffrey,
What you want?
what time do you have to get up in the morning?
I don't go to school tomorrow. I'll stay here and clear this place up a bit, make you a proper meal, and go to sleep, eh?